Welcome to another video in my ongoing series all about making money. Today, we're going to go over the most talked about subject on the block, the imminent stock market crash of 2021. No! Relax, breathe. First of all, no one has a crystal ball, because if they did, I would hope they would have told me not to perm my bangs in 7th grade. The reality is our current economy is less sparkle and more matte taupe wallpaper. Meanwhile, the stock market is as glittery as Cher was on her 3rd farewell tour. So the question on everyone's mind is, will the stock market start to reflect the economy in 2021? Well, maybe. So let's play worst case scenario and take a look at what a crash in 2021 could mean for your investments and how to best weather it. What is your asset allocation to time horizon relationship? Asset allocation means how much of your investment is in high risk and low risk vehicles. High risk meaning the stock market because it's up and down and all over the place, and low risk investment vehicles meaning things like bonds, high yield savings accounts, and CDs. Not that kind of CD, a certificate of deposit. Your time horizon is how long do you have before you meet your investment goals, like having kids or retirement, or buying a house. For someone who, say, was going to plan on retiring in March of 2021 and you have all of your money in the stock market, it's probably a good time to reallocate some of that to low-risk investment vehicles, because if the market takes a dip, you wouldn't want to have to delay your retirement a couple years to wait for the market to correct itself. So asking yourself what your asset allocation to your time horizon and that relationship is key. Because time is gold in the stock market. If you are a new investor and you are in your early 20s and you are looking to retire at age 60, you have many, many years before your retirement goals to wait out any market crashes until it course corrects. So time is on your side. Speaking of time, I'd like to take a beat to thank all of my Patreon subscribers. Your help helps me make videos like this and the countless costume videos I already have in my library, and one's coming up. Thank you to all of my current subscribers on Patreon, and please consider joining my Patreon if you like videos like this. I really appreciate it. Okay, back to the video. Another reason why you might want to be concerned if there's a crash in 2021 is if you have amassed too strong of a position into one stock. So as a general rule of the stock market, you would always want to diversify your portfolio. If you have too much money in one stock, it's a really good idea to maybe consider spreading that out a little bit. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. A third reason why you might want to be concerned if there's a crash in 2021, other than the obvious, it's just scary. If you are invested in the stock market, even if you have your money in different stocks or in index funds, you might want to consider doing something called a stop loss order or a trailing stop loss on your investments. Stop losses are designed to help protect your investments in the market. How they work is this. If I buy a stock for $100, it will generally go up, we hope. It might go up and then a little bit under 100 and then go up a bit and as it's making its way to your investment goal. It's a bit of a 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing. Let's say my $100 stock is up by 30%, which is awesome. It means I've made $30. 30% is doing pretty good. So I say to myself, hey Jamie, this is pretty awesome, but what if the market goes down? Well, I can put something called a stop loss order on my investment. If my stock is bumping its way to the top, it might dip under 30% here and there. So I think to myself, I'm willing to take 20%. That sounds pretty good. So what I do is I make a stop loss order to sell at $120. What it means is if the market takes a tumble the next day, as soon as that stock price hits $120, it becomes a market order and it sells. And in a best case scenario, I have walked away without losing my principal and I made 20 bucks. Well, this is amazing. Why isn't everybody doing it? There are some catches. Your stop loss is what's called triggered at the price point that you set it at, or the percentage that you set it at. And as soon as it hits that stop loss, all of the little data gremlins are busily going to work within the milliseconds it takes for your order to sell. Well, in that millisecond, the price might have gone down, meaning that the time that it's triggered to sell and what it actually sells for might be different. And that is the risk you take. But hey, it's the stock market. Nothing is guaranteed, and there is some risk involved. I'll go over this in more detail and what a trailing stop loss is in another video. If you had all of your money into one stock, say I put all my money into McDonald's and nothing else, I would want to make sure that I have a stop loss on that, just to protect my initial investment. However, diversifying your portfolio will always win you in the end. It's a pretty general best practice rule. All right, so what does all of this mean if you're a brand new investor? It might not mean much if you have time, you plan to have a diverse portfolio. You're looking pretty good to weather this. Adding stop losses and trailing stop losses on your investment is another way to help protect your investments. The reality is there probably won't be another black swan type event. And when I say black swan, I don't mean Natalie Portman in pretty ballet shoes. What I mean by black swan event in market lingo, it is a rare and apocalyptic style event that vastly affects the market. And since we already kind of went through that already back in March of 2020, it's pretty unlikely that it would happen again and that we'd panic sell in the next crash. Well, this is just my opinion, and I am just another lady on the internet. There you go, market crash of 2021, what it means to you, and how you could potentially weather it. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you had a great holiday, and I look forward to seeing you as we gear up for the new year.
If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and Happy New Year, everyone.